So we changed one thing in a huge chunk of our eBay listings, and since doing this, we probably had the best 3 to 4 days straight in sales that we probably had in the last 6 months or so. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about exactly what we did and kind of touch on the pros and cons of doing this. But before we get into it, let's go ahead inside and see some sales that we have going out today as a result of doing this new strategy. So this is the first item going out. This is the only non-eBay item. All the other 7 that I'm gonna show you are all from eBay. This one right here is from Poshmark. These are Aldo high heels. We got these as part of that free pickup. If you've been following the channel, you saw that we made a huge free Facebook Marketplace pickup. Probably like 80 to 90% of our inventory is all from that free pickup. And we've been quickly going through that lately. These right here sold over on Poshmark for $19 plus shipping. So these are gonna be pure profit. We're already weighing the profit on that pickup. So item number 1 going out on Poshmark. So I'm gonna show you the eBay listings now. And as I go through these and put them up on the screen, try to see if you can catch what we did on our listings to boost the sales that we've been having lately. So let me go ahead and show you sale number 1 on eBay. So we'll go ahead and start with the smaller items, and then we'll move our way up to the better items that we sold today. So if you remember, we picked up some of these from a yard sale a while back. We picked up a whole bag of these. There was like 32 or 33 of them total, and we bought them all for $5. And we've been selling these for $5 each, and this is like our 5th one that we sold. So we're already in the profit on these as well. So this one sold for $5 plus shipping on eBay. So here's the listing right here. See if you can try to catch what we did on this listing here. So this is not a huge profit item, but it all adds up, especially when we still have like 27 or 28 more of these to go. And then item number 2, we sold a couple of these inks. These are actually expired ink, so if you do ever run across expired ink at yard sales or thrift stores, make sure to pick them up. Now these haven't been very fast sellers for us. We have a whole tub full of ink and toner, but in the last couple days we sold 3 packs of toners and then these 2 ink cartridges going out. So these 2 right here sold for $18.98 with free shipping. We don't do free shipping much, but the comps on all of these were going free shipping, so we decided to go ahead and do that. So the next item we picked up at Goodwill, I think we paid $4 or $5 for this. This is a vintage academics long sleeve shirt. This one took a while to sell. We had to drop the price a few times on this one, but this one finally sold for $13.53 plus shipping. Again, here is the listing that we had up on eBay for the sweater. So here's one more item from the free pickup that we did. These are 7th Avenue women's dress pants. These are not a huge profit. These only sold for $8 plus shipping. But we'll definitely take it. Again, we're already weighing the profit on this pickup here. So continuing on with the free items from this pickup, we got this plush right here. Again, not another huge dollar item, but this one sold for $6.48. And then on to the 2 bigger items that are gonna bring us in some nice profit. We'll start with this one right here. This was also another free item, but it wasn't part of that Facebook pickup. We actually found this on the side of the road after leaving some yard sales a couple months back. We were driving by, we noticed a huge pile of stuff outside on the sidewalk, so we decided to stop by. We actually got a bunch of stuff, but this was one of the things that we got here. This is a leather bomber type jacket. I think the guy that put the stuff out was like a border patrol agent, because he had these. He had some military style boots. We still have those as well listed in our store, but this is from VF Solutions. When we were comping these things on eBay, they did come up as like border patrol military type gear, but we went ahead and listed this one for I think $60 or $70. We ended up taking a best offer on this for $50. So $50 all profit from a free sidewalk pickup. We'll definitely take that one. This one also sold plus shipping. So a lot of free items in today's things going out. And then we'll move on to the last item, which was our biggest profit item of today's video. Now we picked these up at a yard sale, I think 2 weeks ago. I actually almost didn't pick these up. We were almost about to leave, and I saw these right before we took off. It's these Adidas shoes. After comping them, we found out these are like boxing or wrestling shoes. And I was kind of surprised when we ran comps on these things. They were coming up in over $100 range. We had these listed at $98. We ended up taking a best offer of $96. We only paid $1 for these things. So $95 profit, obviously minus fees and all that kind of stuff. But definitely be on the lookout if you see any shoes that look like this, that are like boxing, wrestling, any specialty type shoes. These definitely sell for some good money. And again, here is a listing for these shoes here. We did the same exact strategy on this listing as we did for the rest of them. So we have a total cost of goods of only $6 between all these items. We paid $5 for the academic shirt and $1 for those wrestling shoes. So $6 total, and we have a sales amount of $216.98. Obviously, that doesn't include any fees or anything like that. So we're probably a little under $200 in profit from $6 spent. But with that said, let's go ahead and break down exactly what we did on our listings to generate some of these sales. So we're here in the listing page on eBay. We're gonna scroll all the way down to the shipping section. Now we have a few options for shipping. The first one is calculated shipping, which goes based on the buyer's location. You can see here it ranges between $540 and $855 based on the dimensions that we put in. The second option that we have is free shipping. Obviously, that's pretty self-explanatory. That's where you, the seller, is going to pay for the shipping. And then the third one that we have is flat rate shipping. This is where you're going to go ahead and put the price here. This is what the buyer is going to pay regardless of their location. So let's go back into our listing here for the academic shirt. You can see we put a flat rate shipping of $10. So let's go back into the listing here and see what this would have cost using calculated shipping. So if we use the same dimensions of 1 pound 5 ounces, this would have cost anywhere between $850 and $14.90 depending on the buyer's location. So you can see how big of a difference that makes, especially for the buyers that are further away that would have ended up paying the $14.90. So at $10, those same buyers will be saving about $4.90 on the shipping. So if we go back into the actual sale here, you can see that the buyer paid $10 in shipping. We ended up paying $7.35. That does include the discount that eBay gives us on the shipping label. So in this specific case, the buyer ended up saving a little bit of money on shipping, and we ended up making a couple dollars as well. So you can see we did the same thing on these shoes here. We have a flat rate shipping of $8, and then on the jacket we put a flat rate shipping of $12. All right, so there it is. That's exactly what we did on our listings. Now I don't know if it's a coincidence or if it's Q4 finally deciding to kick in, but either way, I think that doing this on your listings just gives you that little bit of edge. Maybe it's like $1 or $2 below your competition that pushes a buyer over the edge to go with your pricing over the others. But I will say it does help us being right in the middle of the country. We are actually in Texas, so we're like split in the middle, which does help with shipping rates. So for instance, if you're in California and sending something out to like Florida or New York, obviously that's gonna be a lot different than us here in Texas. And then the cons, I kind of already touched on it, but if you're, let's say, on the West Coast or the East Coast and you're shipping all the way across the country, those shipping rates are gonna be a lot different for you than they are for us here in Texas. And then obviously if you don't get that shipping price right, you can totally lose out on all the profit that you have in that item, especially if you don't have a lot of profit already built into your item. Luckily for us, it looks like those wrestling shoes were the only things that we slightly missed on. I was about $2 off on the shipping cost, but still we made 90 something dollars profit on those shoes. So I'm not too worried about the extra shipping cost on those. So let me know how you guys go about doing your shipping. Are you guys free shippers? Do you guys do calculated shipping? Or are you on the flat rate shipping thing? I think for us moving forward, we're just gonna stick with flat rate shipping for the most part. It beats out promoting the listing and giving some money back to eBay. So let me know in the comments below where you guys sit on this topic. But I definitely wanted to put this out there, especially for any of you guys who might be a little slower on sales right now. This definitely might help boost your sales. But just be aware there is a lot of risk involved in this. We're still learning a lot. By no means we're an expert in this. We're still doing a lot of research and trying to figure this thing out. So we might still be losing a little bit of money on shipping here and there until we get this figured out. But that's gonna do it for today's video. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next one.